All right, welcome everyone. Today we're going to talk about a really fundamental transformation in telecommunications. We're looking at what happens when you strategically combine artificial intelligence with our radio access networks. And as you're about to see, this is so much more than just a tech upgrade. It's about fundamentally rewriting the business model for our entire infrastructure.
So, here's how we'll walk through this. We'll start with the big picture strategic landscape. Then, I'll introduce you to the alliance that's really driving this change. After that, we'll break down the three core ways this whole concept creates value. From there, we'll take a quick peek at the technology that makes it possible, look at some real-world proof, and then wrap it all up with the key strategic takeaways that matter most to us.
You know, we're standing right at the intersection of two massive technological revolutions, 5G and AI. Now, this convergence, it's not just a challenge for our current infrastructure, it's actually handing us a golden opportunity to completely redefine its value.
So let's get right to the core of the business problem. For years, our traditional networks have been built on very expensive single-purpose hardware, and the really stark reality is that this hardware is massively underutilized. We're talking an average of only 30–40% usage. That means it's sitting idle a whopping 60–70% of the time. It's a huge operational cost center. The AI RAN vision completely flips that model on its head. It's about turning that sunk cost into an intelligent, monetizable platform.
So, how is the industry actually getting organized to grab this opportunity? Well, this isn't happening in a vacuum. It's a really coordinated effort, and it's being led by the new AI RAN Alliance.
Just look at the language in the Alliance's mission statement. It is explicitly business-focused. Notice the key phrases here: maximize utilization and generate new revenue streams. The goal is crystal clear: to transform our network from being a costly utility into a dynamic, profitable asset.
The entire strategy, and this is the beautiful part, is elegantly simple. It can be understood through three powerful pillars of value.
These three pillars, AI for RAN, AI in RAN, and AI on RAN, they give us a super clear framework for how we're going to extract value. So let's just quickly break down exactly what each one means for our business.
Okay, first up, AI for RAN. This is all about using AI to make the network itself smarter, faster, and more efficient. Think of it as improving our core operations. We get better performance, lower our OpEx, and optimize how we use our resources. It has a direct, positive impact on the bottom line.
Second, we have AI and RAN. This is where we really start to break down the silos. By running both our network functions and new AI tasks on the very same hardware, we can finally take that idle 60–70% of compute capacity and put it to work. This dramatically improves the return on our capital investments. And third, well, this is the most exciting pillar of all, AI on RAN. This is where we pivot from saving money to actively making money. We transform the network into a true platform for innovation. It allows us to sell brand new, high-margin AI services directly to our customers and create entirely new revenue streams that just didn't exist before.
So, what does the technology that powers all this actually look like? Let's take a quick look under the hood at the blueprint.
Now, I'm going to keep this pretty high level. We're not going to get lost in the technical weeds here, but it's important to see the key components that drive this converged system and how it's really architected for success.
The big takeaway from this diagram is the shift away from specialized, inflexible hardware. We're moving to a software-defined, cloud-native model. And what that means is that general-purpose hardware, specifically high-performance GPUs, can handle both the intense 5G signal processing and those demanding AI workloads on the very same silicon. It's that flexibility that makes everything else possible. Okay, so that's the theory and the architecture, but the real question is, does this actually work in the real world? The proof is in the results, so let's take a look. What you're seeing here is a proof of concept where a single server is doing two incredibly demanding jobs at once. It's seamlessly processing carrier-grade 5G network traffic while also running a sophisticated AI chatbot. This is definitive proof that AI and RAN pillar works in practice without compromising network performance at all. Now this slide, this is where the story really comes to life in the numbers. Just look at this. A 5G workload by itself uses less than 20% of a GPU's capacity. But when you run the RAN and the AI workloads together, that utilization skyrockets to 76%. We are literally turning idle, wasted capacity into productive value. And here it is, the number that really matters to the bottom line. And I want to be clear, this isn't some lab experiment. In a full commercial deployment, NTT Docomo used this exact model and achieved up to a 30% reduction in their total cost of ownership. That is a massive, tangible financial win. So let's bring all of this home. Let's focus on the clear strategic imperative that this presents for our business and our future.
When you add it all up, the conclusion is absolutely clear. AI RAN is not just another technology upgrade, it is a fundamental business model transformation. It delivers dramatic cost savings, it unlocks entirely new revenue streams, and it builds the flexible, future-proof infrastructure we need to compete and win.
And so this all comes down to a single, critical question we have to ask ourselves. Is our network an expense on the balance sheet, or is it our platform for future growth? The choice is ours.